Thanks so much for joining me for another recap, sharing my thoughts of the latest episode of Twin Peaks. This was episode 7 or part 7 of The Return, and I felt like there were some definite amazing moments in this episode. I enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed the previous 6 episodes. I really love Twin Peaks, and I just think it's such a special show, and if you are a true fan, then how can you not like this return? I just love it so much. So one of the special moments that I thought happened in this episode was the inclusion of Doc Hayward, which it looked like it was probably a scene filmed elsewhere, like he wasn't on set. If you didn't know, the guy who played Doc Hayward was like 91 when he passed away this year in February. He's also Mark Frost's father. You probably knew that if you're a super fan, but I'm so happy that he was able to be a part of The Return and to have this little segment. I think that's probably all we'll get of him in this new return, this new season 3. I still call it season 3, but I know it's technically The Return. But you know, you could, gosh, he looks so different, but he was, you know, what, maybe like 89 or 88 when he shot this. But, you know, I actually got my phone out to like Google and make sure that they actually included him and it wasn't someone else replacing him for that role, and it's just really special. But hey, you are going to look really different when you're in your late 80s, so that's to be expected. I'm so glad that he was included. Something else that I find, I mention this like every week, but come on, I think that Sheriff Harry Truman is going to be in this show. He has to make an appearance. He was mentioned again. His brother called him, and you know, when he said, I hope you need to beat this thing or whatever, to me it sounds like he has cancer. Could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. And I just feel like he's mentioned so much that they have to show him in some way. Like maybe they went to his house or something, because I know he doesn't want to be an actor anymore, but please include him in some way. If you would like to have him included in some way, like actually seeing him again, let me know, because I think that would just be so special. And I would love to see that. So we need to talk about Diane. Oh my God, Diane is like a firecracker. She was saying F you to everyone. She makes me laugh so much. And she's such a tough woman, but when she met with Bob, you could just tell how scared she was of him. I loved how she was saying F you to everyone. And the funniest part was when that new woman, she got introduced to her and she was like, hi, what's your name? And then whenever she said her name, she was like, well, F you, whatever, because I can't even remember her name. I don't know. It was just so funny to me. But when she met up with Bob Cooper, she knew right away that wasn't the Cooper she knew. So my question is, you know, she was questioning him about the last time they met. He didn't have a lot of details. He just said, like, it's a time I'll never, you know, a night I'll never forget. So I don't know exactly what type of relationship Cooper and Diane had. And maybe they didn't really have one, but then they had, you know, Bob and her had one because she thought it was actually Cooper. So I'm trying to figure out if the last time they saw each other was when he was good Cooper or bad Cooper. And what do you think about that? I mean, it's obvious this is not Cooper, even if he didn't know the details of the last meeting, because he looks totally different. He sounds totally different. He has a totally different demeanor. But shout out to Kyle MacLachlan for killing that role, a total opposite character. I've never seen him play a character like that, you know. I've seen him be a total jerk, you know, like in Sex and the City, and you've probably seen him in different roles, but it seems like whatever role he's in, I still see Kyle MacLachlan. I still totally get it's him, but with Bob, it's like, wow, I have to really think hard to realize that is Kyle, and I think he deserves an award. I was just thinking last night, like, this show definitely deserves some awards because I can't wait for that. It's just so, so good. My favorite scene, actually, and it's hard because there were so many good parts, there always are, but was when Ike came to take down Dougie Jones / Cooper, and he like switched automatically out of his comatose state and, you know, wrestled the gun out, you know, of his hand and just went crazy, and like the little one-armed man was like cheering him on, and it was amazing. And his wife was freaking out. She was like, oh my God, I can't even believe this is my husband doing this. Like, he was like super Cooper, and we're seeing more and more of signs of the Cooper that we know and love, of Dale, you know, and I know eventually we'll have to say goodbye to Dougie, even though that's going to make me a little bit sad. But I think it's very promising that we're seeing more signs of Cooper in each episode. So we had the idea of the beheaded body, and that is Major Briggs. I think a lot of you guys thought it would be him. And my question is, what's going on with the age discrepancies here? So this body is of a 40-year-old guy, 40 plus, I think, late 40s, and Major Briggs should be 70. And when we had the live chat, by the way, we have a live chat every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, so please come if you can. If not, I do upload those to my channel, so check those out. Ralph was thinking in the chat that maybe it's the time travel that makes his body age differently than ours would. There were also some other good theories thrown out about what is up with his body not aging. What do you think, though? Because I would love to hear your thoughts. Post those down below. And who do you think killed him? Ralph suggested perhaps Bob killed him, or, you know, obviously it was a brutal death. So what do you guys think? Definitely Ashley Judd, who's playing Beverly, is kind of a not so good character with not so great intentions. She has like a very ill husband at home and looks like a bad situation there. She seems to kind of want to seduce Ben, probably for all the wrong reasons, but that didn't work out. So we're gonna have some trouble with her. We still haven't seen Audrey. I will mention that every week because I really loved her in the first 2 seasons, and I think every week, like, is this gonna be Audrey's week? And it hasn't been, but that's okay. I don't mind waiting. All the episodes are drawn out and we never know who we're gonna see or what's gonna happen, and I'm totally fine with that. And I think with other shows I would be like on here complaining and be like, why did we watch someone sweep the floor for like 10 minutes, even though it wasn't really 10 minutes. Other shows just can't do that, but it didn't even bother me. So that's when you know, I guess, you're a true fan. Is there anything else that you really found interesting or that stood out to you about this episode that you would like to discuss or ask me about or whatever? I love reading your comments. And I reply to all the comments on this show because they're easy to manage. Some of the shows I cover, I get like hundreds of comments and I just can't reply to everyone. But if you want to comment on this video, I will reply to you because I do read all of the comments. But if you are new here, I'm covering all 18 episodes of Twin Peaks. So if you enjoyed this video and you like discussing and theorizing about this show, then thumbs it up and please subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll see you next week with more Twin Peaks videos. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.